Hola students. Alright, so in this video we are continuing our look on travel, and we're still focusing on los medios de transporte, modes or means of transportation, right? Now in the last class you learned how to ask persons how they travel to different places. Pero en in this class, we're going to now focus on how persons prefer to travel. Alright, so we're going to be dealing with preferences and why. So to find out how someone prefers to travel to a particular place, we ask the question, ¿Cómo prefieres viajar al? Then you put the place if it's masculine. Or you can say, ¿Cómo prefieres viajar a la? Then you put the place if it's feminine. So we use al if the place is masculine and a la if the place is feminine. However, both questions are asking the same thing. So they're saying, how do you prefer to travel to wherever? So how do you prefer to travel to the bank, to the park, to the beach, to the party? So la pregunta es, ¿cómo prefieres viajar al o ¿cómo prefieres viajar a la? So as I was saying before, if the place is feminine, meaning that it has the article la, such as la playa, la escuela, la plaza, as long as it has the article la, that means that it is feminine. So we are going to use the question, ¿Cómo prefieres viajar a la? Alright, so we're going to use a la, meaning how do you prefer to travel to? So let's do an example. Como por ejemplo, tenemos la escuela. Now, school in Espanol that's feminine, right? How do we know it's feminine? Because we have the article la. So we want to find out from someone, how do you prefer to travel to school? So la pregunta es, ¿Cómo prefieres viajar a la escuela? Meaning, how do you prefer to travel to school? Sin embargo, however, if the place is masculine meaning that it has the article el, such as el banco, el centro comercial, el parque, el cine. So all those places, they are masculine. Why? Because they have the article el. So as long as the place has the article el, we would ask the question, ¿Cómo prefieres viajar al? Alright, so we would use al. Remember, the a plus the l gives us the al. So we would definitely use al. Meaning, how do you prefer to travel to? Then you put the place. So for example, el cine, that's cinema. Now el cine is masculine because it has the article el. So to find out how somebody prefers to travel to the cinema, the question would be, ¿Cómo prefieres viajar al cine? Alright, remember the a plus the l gives us the al. So let us review the question. Whenever you want to find out how somebody travels or how they prefer to travel to a particular place, we ask the question, ¿Cómo prefieres viajar al? Or we can say, ¿Cómo prefieres viajar a la? Both questions mean, how do you prefer to travel to? Then the place would go on the line. Recuerda, remember, we use al if the place is masculine and we use a la if the place is feminine. Pero, how do we respond to the question? Now, to respond to the question, you can simply say, Yo prefiero viajar al, that's if the place is masculine, en, then you put the mode of transportation. Now, if the place is feminine, you would say, Yo prefiero viajar a la, you put the place, en, then you put the mode of transportation. Now, this response is simply saying, I prefer to travel to wherever the place is. So I prefer to travel to the bank, the party, the mall, by, then you put the mode of transportation. When responding, you just need to remember you use al if the place is masculine and you use a la if the place is feminine. So, let us do some examples. Now we want to find out from Chantel. So this is my friend Chantel. So we want to find out how she prefers to travel to the cinema. So we would ask Chantel, ¿Cómo prefieres viajar al cine? Now Chantel can respond by saying, Yo prefiero viajar al cine en carro, meaning I prefer to travel to the cinema by car. Notice we have al cine because cine is masculine, and the A plus the L gives us al. So that was our friend Chantel. Now we have Kim. So we want to find out how Kim prefers to travel to the beach. So beach in español is la playa. So we would say, ¿Cómo prefieres viajar a la playa? Meaning, how do you prefer to travel to the beach? Now Kim responds by saying, Yo prefiero viajar a la playa en bicicleta. Meaning, I prefer to travel to the beach by bicycle. Now we can also give reasons for our selection. So why you prefer to travel by bicycle, why you prefer the airplane, why you prefer this, why you prefer that, etc. Right? So we can give reasons. To give reasons, we can simply add the phrase porque es. Now porque es means because it is. So I prefer to travel by bicycle, porque es, meaning because it is. Now el adjetivo, the adjective, would go on the line. So because it is fast, because it is slow, because it is comfortable, whatever the adjective is, that would go on the line. So porque es, then you put the adjective. Now you have to bear something in mind. If the mode of transportation is masculine, meaning that it has the article el, so el helicóptero, el submarino, as long as it has the article el, then the adjective that you're using, fast, slow, whichever adjective, it must also be masculine. However, if the mode of transportation is feminine, example, la bicicleta, alright, as long as it has the article la, it is feminine, then the adjective that you're using must also be feminine. So if the mode of transportation is feminine, the adjective also has to be feminine. So let us quickly do some examples. Now, Chantel tells us why she prefers the car. So she says, Yo prefiero viajar al cine en carro porque es rápido. So I prefer to travel to the cinema by car because it is fast. Now if you notice, look carefully, the adjective ends with an O. ¿Por qué? Because el carro is masculine. So carro rápido. Now Kim also tells us why she prefers the bicycle. She says, Yo prefiero viajar a la playa en bicicleta porque es barata. So I prefer to travel to the beach by bicycle because it is cheap. Now if you notice, we have barata because la bicicleta is feminine. So barata, bicicleta. So vamos a repasar. Let's review. To find out how someone prefers to travel to a particular place, we simply say, ¿Cómo prefieres viajar al, if the place is masculine, or ¿Cómo prefieres viajar a la, if the place is feminine? Now, para responder, you simply say, Yo prefiero viajar al, if the place is masculine, or Yo prefiero viajar a la, if the place is feminine. Then you put en, by, then you put whichever mode of transportation. Alright? And that response is simply saying, I prefer to travel to wherever the place is by whichever mode of transportation. Remember, you use al if the place is masculine and you use la if the place is feminine. Now to state why we select the mode of transportation, why you prefer that mode, why you prefer the car, why you prefer the airplane, you can simply use the phrase porque es. And porque es means because it is. Then the adjective would go on the line. Alright, adios. Thanks for watching.